This video is strictly for educational purposes. Tools like Radarr have plenty of legitimate uses, so please make sure you're following your local copyright laws. I personally do not condone or encourage piracy on this channel, so use this information responsibly and at your own risk. Alright, so in this video we will install Sonarr onto your server and configure and then run it. This is a part of media automation service, and Sonarr performs two major operations in your server. One, it can organize. Okay, so let's say you have one of your favorite TV shows on your hard drive and it's all named differently. Some are present inside the folder while others are just video files. And when you give this folder to Sonarr, it first extracts all the files and then renames them to a predetermined format, organizes them and then puts them into a relevant folder. Honestly, if you want to digitize your DVD or Blu-ray collection, this is the best tool for it. And there's one more thing Sonarr is famous for, and that is fetching new episodes. Meaning, it keeps a lookout for newer episodes of your favorite show, and from the time it is released, it starts searching for it online. And when it is finally available, Sonarr will look specifically for the quality that you prefer, and once it finds the right one, it automatically grabs a copy for your hard drive. After that, it renames the file, organizes it in the right folder, and updates the information to your media server. Everything is done automatically, which is just perfect, right? Anyways, on this channel, I've already showed Jellyfin setup with improved user interface, and with the help of few plugins, it's nothing short of any major streaming services. I've also showed Overseerr setup and configuration, and recently I've also showed Radarr setup and explained the working of it. Now let's look into installing Sonarr and running it. Okay, so if you're installing it from any app stores like CasaOS, UmbrelOS or even Port Trainer, then you can directly jump to this timecode here. Because I'll be installing it using Docker Compose YAML code. Okay, so I have my terminal already opened up and connected to my server using SSH. So first I'll go into my Docker folder, cd docker. Now I'll create a folder for Sonarr and then move into that directory, mkdir Sonarr. Okay, so here I'll create the Docker Compose file, nano docker compose.yaml. Now I'll paste in the code. Okay, I'll briefly explain why I chose the volumes like this. All the Docker related files like config, cache live on an SSD, and all my media files like movies and TV shows live on one single HDD. This is mainly because grabbing an episode, organizing it and renaming it is much quicker and simpler if downloads and the root folder of the show are on the same drive. Anyways, now let's close the code editor. Control X, enter. Now let's pull the Docker container. Docker compose pull. Let's just give it a second for it to complete downloading. Okay, so it's downloaded. Now let's create the container and then start it. So Docker compose up detach. Okay, so the container has been started. Now let's go into a browser to continue configuring it. I have my browser here. I'll open up the Sonarr service. So it's my local IP address 248 and the port is 8989. That's good. So the service opened up without any errors. Now let's set the authentication method. I usually prefer something that is simple, and I don't mean to expose core RStack apps to the internet, so I'll keep it basic. Forms. Let's set a username. I'll keep my name, and I'll just set a simple password. Save. Okay, so Sonarr is up and running now. Next we need to do two things. One is configure media management and the other one is to connect Sonarr to Jellyfin or Seerr. Let's go ahead and do that. So first let's go to settings and media management. Here make sure you check rename episodes box. This will give Sonarr permission to rename the file, organize it and maintain it. And down here you can see the episode naming format. Unless you have a specific requirement, my suggestion is don't touch it. Just scroll down and let's add the root folders here. Add root folder. I kept my folder path as /media, so let's click here, TV and OK. Okay, so now we've set the folder. Let's save changes. Okay, so if you have any media that is already available on your hard drive, like any TV shows, you can go ahead and import it now. But if you don't have anything, you can directly skip to the next section. So let's go into series, library import, and click on the path that we just created. So this will now analyze all the folders and the files inside the folder structure and come up with the proper series metadata. But as you can see, one of my series has been tagged wrong. So we can go here and fix it. This is just friends. Okay, so I got the right one. I'll click on it and the next one is right. Okay, import all three series. Okay, so the importing is completed. Now let's just go back home and all my series appear here. Now if you want, you can directly add any shows right here from Sonarr. So let's click on add new and we can search for any TV show. For example, Pioneer 1. And it shows the TV show. I click on the name and I can add Pioneer 1. But let me show you how to configure it. So even Overseerr or Jellyfin can make requests for Sonarr. So to do that, first we need to go to settings, go down to general, scroll down and copy the API key here. Open up a new tab, go to Overseerr or just Seerr, which is hosted on port 5055. Now let's go into settings, services, add Sonarr service. Okay, so first you need to make sure that you check the default server option and set a server name. I'll just keep it Sonarr, and the host IP address, it's going to be my local IP address. The port has already been configured and this is where you paste the API key. Let me paste it. After you paste the API key, make sure that it's working. The connection needs to be working before you do anything else. So let me scroll down, click on test. Okay, I didn't get any errors. If there was anything wrong with the IP address or the API key input, I would have got an error here. But since I didn't mistype anything, I can just directly go ahead and select the quality profiles. Okay, so for TV shows, I have a specific workflow. I start off with the 4K quality, and if I like the episode or if I like the show, I downgrade it to 1080p. And if it is something that I want to keep it for archival, I downgrade it to 720p. And all this happens on a different RStack application that I'll show it in the future videos. But for now, you can choose whatever you prefer. Okay, so the root folder is going to be the same as media/TV. If you're downloading anime on the same server, then you can select the types and the quality profiles here. I have a different server for my favorite anime collections, so I'll just leave it as is. Scroll down and just click on add server. That's it. So Sonarr is connected. To verify it, let's go to discover and let's search for the series Pioneer 1 and click on request. Let's say season 1 request. And if I go back to Sonarr, the show is already being monitored here. Now there are other applications required to completely automate it, like a download client and a subtitle manager. I'll make and upload videos about it pretty soon. My next video is going to be about qBit torrent and gluten. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing it because I publish video every single week. And if this video helped you, consider dropping a like because it motivates me to make more better videos. So see you soon.